Hello, my project is on emergent media and our future, or how social media is influencing our jobs and college admissions. It's no secret that many people in jobs who are employers or who are college admission board members are easily able to find out more things due to emergent media today than they were in the past because of all the new technologies and all the new social media formats and everything that we have today to help us. In fact, according to Career Builder, 52% of employees use social media to research job candidates, which means that more than half of employers who any one of us could be looking for a job for could actually just be looking at social media right now if you are applying for a job to see if you're the right fit for that job. According to an article posted to Simon Fraser University website, a common reason for not accepting someone for jobs due to employers was people finding out that there were inappropriate pictures on the social media sites, negative comments about that previous employer or coworkers that they had, or they posted some kind of discriminatory message or post on their social media that was like sexist or racist or something along those lines. So it's just kind of a reminder that there are a lot of different ways that somebody could be fired from a job, or they could be not taken seriously for that job due to things that you just have on your social media. Even if people think it's funny, even if someone thinks it's a good idea, it doesn't always. Even things like alcohol can have a huge effect, even if you're past the drinking age. According to CBS News article titled "Does Privacy Kill?", there was a teacher who was told she had to resign or be suspended. She decided to resign from her job after there was an anonymous complaint to the school about that teacher having posted a picture of her with a glass of wine on Facebook. And it did not matter that teacher was over the drinking age. She was legally allowed to have that drink and alcohol, and there was something about that photo that she was doing that was illegal. But I guess according to the school, they saw that as inappropriate for a teacher to be doing, which resulted in the teacher end up losing her job. She's not fighting for her job back, but just goes to show that even if you have a job, you can still be fired from one for the social media that you post online. I mean, there were even an article on CNN.com entitled 10 People Who Learned Social Media Can Get You Fired, which showed that there were minors in Australia who did the most innocent thing. They did the Harlem Shake, and a lot of people remember the Harlem Shake, and you thought it was all innocent, and it was that would be nothing to be fired over, but employers saw it as inappropriate and fired those employees. So it just goes to show that just because you do have a job does not always mean that you're going to be able to keep your job. And also the fact that a lot of recruiters will be hesitant to hire people if they see things, even spelling, grammar, or text type language on your social media page. So if you're somebody, even according to JobVite.com, 66% of job recruiters do not look halfway on social media posts if they have poor grammar or spelling. So it's just a good thing to remember about, even if you have a job, when you're looking for a job, you always got to be careful what you post online. And even before that, even before you go out into the workforce, maybe there are things that have to do with colleges when they are trying to find students and deciding which students to accept and which students to not. And like a lot of times, according to an article on the U.S. News called "Do Colleges Look at Social Media Accounts?", they said that if a school sees students that have inappropriate languages, weapons in their pictures, or things of that nature, the school will be more hesitant to accept the student due to those things. I mean, there's actually more and more schools that are checking social media accounts when they are deciding to accept students for grad programs or college admissions. I mean, according to the Kaplan Test Prep Survey, of 350 colleges admissions offices that they surveyed, 35% of those said that they have looked at social media accounts on college applicants. 35% of only 355 college admissions. There are thousands of schools all over the country, all over the world. So if 35% of just 350 colleges are looking at applicants, and just with this survey, there could be thousands more, hundreds more, who are looking at your social media accounts. And colleges tend to usually check Twitter's, Facebook, Instagram's accounts, but as I said before, colleges it can affect your getting into colleges, because even recently, this week, Harvard, according to the Washington Post, Harvard recently withdrew about 10 students' admissions due to these offensive memes that they end up posting on this class of 2021 Facebook group. So those students were already accepted, but due to the Facebook activity they had on this group page, they were told that they were not allowed to be accepted into that school anymore, and that they withdrew the applications. So just some things to think about when you're applying for jobs, applying for grad schools, maybe transferring schools, whatever. When you're applying for things, or you already have those things, you have to be careful with what you do on your social media accounts. So some questions you might want to ask yourself is, how is my social media currently? What's on it? And is it appropriate? What kind of job do I want in the future? Do I think that the employers will be impressed with my social media accounts, or will they be concerned? If you post a lot of things that have to do with your future job, then they might feel that's appropriate and actually think you should have that job. They will think that's very impressive. Sometimes people can actually find out on social media accounts that things that are more impressive about a student or about an employer, that it makes them want to hire them more. I mean, I once heard of a story of a student who was part of an LGBTQ plus panel, and that student ended up getting into college, that panel and that being on her social media account actually made that school want to have her more and accept her even more than they did before. So, not so much all social media things are bad, but they can have consequences. So it is always appropriate to ask, how can I make sure that my social media presence is appropriate and professional, and I have that professional and appropriate online presence. So those are the kind of things you want to ask yourself when you're looking at your social media accounts, and just to kind of be concerned and be aware that there are consequences, good and bad, to having a lot of online presence. And it isn't a bad thing to have an online presence, but just to know what is the appropriate and inappropriate things that you should be doing or not doing online. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be putting also resource links in the description below if you would like to take a look at any of the articles that I cited in this presentation. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day.